All right. Sorry about that. It took a minute for the game to load in, but we are back in some Storage Hunter hard mode. Now, okay, we're still here. We need to go to sleep. Now, they have added some stuff to the game since we haven't played this in a while. They have added some stuff. They have added new storage areas. They have added a new storage, locker areas. I think maybe a new pawn shop. They've also added items you can find across the map. I don't have any idea where they are, but they're items that you can only get from doing that. They can't be gotten in storage lockers and things like that. So now I can't remember if we bought the other pawn shop or not. But let's take a look here. Alright, so all this is pretty much the same. So this is where we are. This is all pretty much in hand. This is okay. They've changed some of the icons a little bit, I think. Just looking here. Alright, so we have all this is the same. Right, there's a pawn shop. All this looks pretty much the same, but I know over here, yeah, that's where we're looking. We have see, there's the junkyard. All right, and we have a new pawn shop here. We have a new auction site here. We have a new house, which is the farm area. We have another pawn shop up here and another storage area there. So, and it looks like we have, a couple of other little places here and around. So let's go journal. We don't need that. And let's go to. Let's see if they've changed any of this. It looks pretty much the same. What is this? Alright, let's go to auctions. Alright, so we got village people. That's the same junkyard. Alright, so we got Bobber Lake and Fish Haven. There's a lot of lockers over that way. They're all pretty low, but we're going to head over there anyway. We'll just try to see what we can get out of these new areas. So there's new areas to explore as well. Real quick, let me oh, so it kind of automatically trying to decide where we're going here. Let's just get rid of that. Okay. Now does it show us what? Yeah, okay. And we're just going to go explore the new area over here. Looks like there might be another way to get over there. We'll check that out as we're going. Alright. Like I said, again, we haven't been over here. I haven't been over here since they added all this stuff. I hadn't played the game in a little while, but we're going to get back into it. And hopefully, pretty soon, we will be playing this multiplayer with someone. but gotta find somebody that wants to do it multiplayer first. Alright, so it looks like this road goes straight through now. And there may be a little bit of lag as we have never been over here. So we're just gonna see how it does. Well, not too bad. Alright, so there is the farm that we can buy. Right over in there. I think that's the house there. Alright, so let's go head over here to... Now we do have to gain reputation over here, so we'll just sell this stuff over here. Looks like we can get there this way. Alright, let's go ahead and get to the locker here. Alright. Well, let's check it out.
Come on! Yes. Okay. Come on. Come on. Yep. Okay.
Alright, so this is called the Zonidal Farms one. Alright, let's go ahead and get a couple of them here. Alright. Alright, so I think this is where we are. Yeah. Alright, so let's try that one. Bobber Lake. Zonidal Farms is the area. We'll go ahead and get 2 lockers, then we'll find the pawn shop over here.
Yeah. Okay. Come on. Okay. Okay. Yep.
Alright, cool. Alright, let's go ahead and... Alright, so... let's see what we got here. Alright, garbage, 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 garbage. Lots of garbage in here. Alright. Got a shooting target. Alright, we got a kerosene lamp. Alright, let's get what we can in here. A clock. Alright, real quick. Unlock level 2 tool. Let's go ahead and do that. Level 3 is 9,000. These are 25,000. So let's see if we can get that unlocked. We did. Come on. There we go. We got a Halloween candle. Toy spaceship. Looks like all. Right. Put this pot in there. Right, we got a chair. set that off to the side here. Christmas sock. Oh, milestone unlocked. Okay. Alright, we got a chair here. Alright, let's go ahead and try to get this put in there. Alright, let's see if we can get this to lay up there. Nope. Well, maybe. Alright. Alright, let's find our this looks like, yeah, we'll head here to this pawn shop. Then we'll come back over here. Alright. Let's go in here, and this looks like a cool pawn shop. Let's go ahead and sell all this stuff. Alright. Apparently we missed something in the trunk we couldn't see. Go ahead and scan that. And then let's head back to the auction place. I'll keep hitting the wrong button here. And so it's just around the corner, so it should be, we shouldn't have to track that anymore. We'll just, like I said, we're gonna spend we'll spend today over here at this pawn shop or locker place, and then tomorrow we'll go to the other one. All right. Okay. Not a whole lot in this one. Alright, got that one open. See if we can get this right up here. Nope. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's go back. Alright, that is the... Let's make sure we're going the right way here. So we gotta get used to this map. Yep. So this way. Apparently there is a place where you can play games and stuff too, and it costs a lot of money, I've been told. So we'll check that out later. Alright. I completely went the wrong way. Alright, that is the way back. Alright, so I think that. Alright. So where do we buy this one at? That's alright. Alright, so let's go to map. Okay, this is the legend, alright. Clothing store. Alright, so we can get tier 2 auctions now over here. Alright. Apparently, this item is stuck. Alright. Let's go ahead and get another locker there at Barber Lake. Also, a bunch of more vehicles are purchasable here, I think. We'll learn about all that as we go. Alright.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Come on. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Come on. Yep.
ここだ。こっちだ。
Okay.
Might have paid a little bit much for this one, but let's see where we're at. Alright. One figurine. Magazine. Got a standing drill. cabinet. Shelf. So we got looks like the chest. Nice. Alright. Actually, what time is it? Let's see if we can go ahead and get this other locker that's here. Come back and get it.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on. Yep. Higher.
Okay.
Alright. Got that one for pretty cheap. Alright, we'll come back and get that stuff after we unload here. Alright, let's just... make sure we're going the right way. Now we'll sell all this here. We'll take the rest, the last locker, we will take back to our pawn shop. All right. Alright, so we got to level 9, just that quick. Alright. Okay. Yeah, we definitely got our money's worth on this one. Alright. We'll take this stuff back to our pawn shop. Alright, let's make us a map point to our pawn shop. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, go this way. Let's go ahead and stop at this gas station and get us some gas. We'll go deliver this stuff to our pawn shop. See what kind of money we got. Hey Amp, how's it going? Welcome in. Hush my stinking mouth. I'm not gonna hush. I'm trying to talk more. Alright. Alright, so not too bad of a first day over in the new area. Alright, let's stop in on our pawn shop, collect some monies, drop this stuff off. Alright. Alright. Yeah, $700. He didn't have a whole lot to sell, so. Alright, let's go get us some sleep. Thanks. I actually got 7. Got 7 today from you. I was at exactly 370 when your people started coming in, and I got up to 377, so thank you very much for that. It's much appreciated. Again, not something you have to do. They have moved stuff around in this town a little bit. That's alright. They've changed some things up. I'll have to check some of that out as we get going here, but let's go ahead and get to bed and wake up, and we'll go check out the new auction place tomorrow. I don't think I have anything in storage. Oh, I do. What is this? Storage box. Okay. That one's broken. We'll deal with that in the morning. Alright, let's get us some sleepy sleep. Alright, so didn't make a whole lot that day, but that's okay. Alright, today we're going to go to Fish Haven. Looks like there's only 2 there. So we may stop by the other one on the way back, but we got a couple of things in here. Let's go ahead and grab these out. I forgot they were here. Alright, so yeah, that one's broke. Need to get it unlocked. We can't verify it though. Get that out of the way. And this one's broken as well, so we'll go drop those off. Then we'll head to the new auction area. Alright. So yeah, they have changed a lot of the way things look here, which is cool. I like it. Let's go ahead and drop these off at the locksmith. Gotta wait for him to open, but that's alright. It won't be but a few seconds here. Oh, that potato soup was... Oh, my mom's potato soup is amazing. It was so good. Yeah, it was really, really good. And she had... Not only did she make potato soup, but we had cheese and bacon bits to put in it. And see, she also had us some sausage balls to snack on with it as well. So it was very good. Alright, let's go ahead and get these done. We'll worry about picking them up another day, but alright, let's head to this locker. Hello, car. Alright, now let me remember where this road is. Yeah, let's just head that way first. New road and all. New bridge to cross over. Alright, and then let's make sure we know where, oh boy. Alright, where is this one at? It's up here. Let's make us a waypoint so we know where we're going. I love the new area, especially this farm area. It's pretty cool. We'll do some more exploring about on that later on. I just want to try to see what there is to offer over here first. That locker place looked pretty cool. Let's see how this one is. This one's definitely a little off the beaten path. Alright. Another little town it looks like over here. Alright, so guessing we have to get in here this way. Yep. Alright. Alright, let's get to bidding.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's always good. We live really close to my mom. So. Alright, that one didn't take much. Alright, let's see if we can go ahead and do the other one while we're here. Yep. Right down the way. It is nice to always be able to go to Mama's for sure.
Okay.
Alright, very good. Yeah, I know. Go love on Bella Boo. Get her get her situated. I will holler at you tomorrow. Did you see my message about doing more time in Fishton? If you needed me to, just let me know if you haven't. Alright. We got a Valentine present. That one's been in the locker for a while. Alright, there's a collector item we could go turn in, but I'm more worried about making money right now. Alright, let's see if we can unlock this one. Oh, we broke it. Alright. Just set that one up here for now. Let's head to the nearest pawn shop. Alright. Which is right here. Like literally right around the corner. Alright, so pawn shop is like right here. See if we can go in here and sell to this guy. Alright. We'll keep that chest since it's broke. I like it's on the beach. I like this area on the beach here. It's pretty cool. Alright. Let's get this other locker. It was on the 14th, the first day of Fishton, where I'm doing the midnight to 1. I also said I would do the 2 and 3 there if you need me to. But if it's already closed off, that's fine too. I just was wanting to help fill it in. Since we were kind of getting to crunch time on it. Okay. Alright. Thank you, doll. You have a good night. I'll holler at you tomorrow. Alright. Looks like all. Anything else in there? Could do our little looky-loo here. Yep. Alright, so that's it. Alright, we'll go sell this stuff to this guy down here. Alright, so we unlocked probably tier 2 auctions on this side. Alright, let's go to what's in a box. See what we can get over there. Alright, 6 o'clock. Salvage this day a little bit. Alright, gotta go this way. Let's look at the map, make sure we got a road path to what's in the box. Alright. They've changed this area so much. You can drive through the tunnel now, which is cool. Alright. Alright, there's what's in the box. We're going to come back to that in just a sec. If that hadn't changed, let's get over here to this locksmith and drop this box off so we're not toting it around. We'll eventually get back to it and grab it. Got plenty of time to get to that auction. Alright. Alright. So let him unlock this one for us. Thanks for that, Amp. You have a good night. Alright.
Yep.
Okay.
Come on.
Vamos.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Vehicle.
Come on.
Estufa.
Aquí.
Come on.
Alright, we got that one. Let's go ahead and get the other one. Barely had time to get to this one.
Okay.
Venga.
Yep.
Alright. Alright, and we should have one more. Which is right here.
Come on.
Come on.
Yeah. Come on. Yep.
Yep.
Come on.
Okay.
Alright, good deal. Get those. Alright, let's go ahead and get over to this one. We'll load it up. We'll take it to our pawn shop over here. Alright, cool. We didn't break that lock. Set that right there for now. Okay. 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 Let's go ahead and take this to our pawn shop. Alright, so we've done toy and hobby. Let's do sport. Go ahead and get that. Not enough money. Oh, goes to our bank account. It's going to be something I have to check into. I don't know that I like that or not. Alright, so we have to put money in the bank to purchase our stuff. Hey, how's it going, Alfie? Alright, so I'm going to have to figure out where the bank is. Let's look for the bank here. Where's the bank? Okay, I don't know. Okay, house, auction, clothing, Carson gas station, music park. Bearded versus Flamingo. Mechanic. Huh. I don't know how we get money from here to here. Let's see here. Oh, bank maybe. Okay, we need to transfer. Alright, let's transfer. Um, okay, there we go. Alright, so 1,000. Alright, let's transfer 2,000. Alright, now we can get our 2 specialties for here. That's a new thing. We're going to do sporting goods and equipment. Alright, cool. Alright, so let's get back to the get our stuff from the other auction. So yeah, you missed the 2 new spots, Alfie, but we'll be going back there. There's 2 new auction places, 2 new auction houses, but we'll be headed back there. So we're gonna grab the stuff from this first locker and bring it to this pawn shop, and then whatever's in the next locker we'll take back to our first pawn shop. All right, let's go ahead and flip that over. All right, get that in there. Set that off to the side real quick. Alright, well, we didn't break that one. That's good. Looks like all that's in there. Instant sale. Alright. Come on. Get in there. Okay, yeah, we definitely... There's another little thing right there. Put that in there. Alright, let's get this big stuff on here. Alright. Perfect. No, 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 no. Get back. Ah. Well, that stayed at least. Alright, let's do that. Alright, we got this eye wash station we need to squeeze on there. Of course. Why would you cooperate? I don't know if that's still connected. We're going to act like it is. And if not, we'll just grab it on the next load. Oops, the fridge fell off. See if we can get these things to stick. Nope. You're not gonna cooperate, are you? Okay, that kind of cooperated. The fridge. What all have we got in here? Let's just go ahead and clean it up a little bit so we can see what we have. Not a whole lot in this one. I think we can probably get the fridge with that load. So we do have the eye wash stations. Let's go ahead and drop this off at this pawn shop, and we'll take the rest of it to the other one. No car parts today yet, which is unusual. We usually get quite a few. They may have lowered the drop rate on those. Alright, alright, let's store all items. Give him some stuff. Let's see if he brought any more money in while we were out and about. Yep. Alright. That'll work. Alright, let's get on to get that last locker, and we'll take it back home with us to the other pawn shop. Yeah, they added a bank, they added 2 more auction sites, 2 more pawn shops. I don't know if the pawn shops are viable yet. I haven't really checked into it. Alright, so let's get this big old fridge in there, and we'll have to stack on top of it. So to purchase things at your pawn shop, your money has to be in the bank. But at least you can transfer it from, you know, on your person. You don't have to go to a location, so that's kind of cool. See if we can get this to lay up there. Perfect. Alright, backpack. This is not going to fit in there, I don't think. Nope. Come on. Get in there. Fell off the other side, didn't you? Just go to your home. There you go. Alright. That looks like everything. Alright, let's see if we can get that to lay down in there. Perfect. Alright. We'll take all this back to our original pawn shop. Or not. Are you going to cooperate or no? You don't want to, do you? Are you going to ride this time? Okay, perfect. Alright, let's head home. We need to get some gasoline. Tomorrow we will go wherever the best lockers are, and then the day after that we'll go to the new places again. Alright. It's weird how some of it went to the card and some of it went to the pocket. Alright, let's go ahead and go back to the bank. Let's transfer. What is this? Distribute. Money distribution. 90% cash, 10% online account. Oh, okay. Let's do 75-25. That way it's always putting money in our bank account. That works like that. And then we can still take out loans if we want to. And then we can always transfer. So let's do transfer from cash to online account. Let's add that to there. That leaves us 7,000. Alright, let's go get some sleep. That way we can keep up with how much money we're spending each day. We'll try to keep about 7 grand in cash. We'll go the other way. We can always pull the money back out. I like that where you can select a percentage going to the card. That's pretty cool. Hey, we're always saving a little bit of money whenever we collect it. That's a neat feature they added. Alright, I don't know. I think the bank just allows you to purchase your shop upgrades and stuff like that. And possibly buying, you know, shops and things. Yeah. Alright, so probably to buy. Yeah, I'm guessing that's probably has something to do with purchasing things. So, but we'll see where we're going today. Hopefully village, yes, village people is good. We got 3 lockers, and that will allow us to grab our chests that are here as well. So let's go get those bought. I was kind of hoping it would be here, that way we could fill up this pawn shop with stuff. And then hopefully tomorrow, what's in the box, maybe, to fill up the other one, and then we'll start going to the other pawn our storage area as well to build up our. Alright, that's real quick. Let's get these lockers done. Alright, this is a tier 5, so it could get expensive.
Yep. Come on. Yep.
We'll let them battle it out for a minute.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Come on.
Yes. Higher.
Okay.
Perfect. I will not complain about that. Oh. Alright, let's go ahead and get this tier 2. The other one doesn't come till 3 o'clock. Since I actually got a decent amount of stuff in it, I'll probably go like maybe 1,000 on this one. And I'm going to let them battle it out until they quit. Until they slow down anyway. Now, I don't know if there's any truth to this, but I was told by somebody else that if you let them go through all their bids until it gets really close down to the bottom, that they won't bid against you as much. So,
Yep.
we'll see if this works. So far, it's worked. Alright, I'm definitely happy with that. Let's go ahead and start working on the big one. Alright. Lots of trash. But I'm alright with that. Alright. Now we do have collector stuff that we could be working on, but I am focused more on, I want to get to the big truck. That's what I want to get to. And I think we're going to need 35 or 30,000 for that truck. So we almost made our money back on this one. Are you gonna stay? Maybe. A coffin stroller? Okay, that's a new item for me. I don't know if it's a new item in the game or not, but it's new to me. Alright, we got another chair. I'm not going to make a huge profit off of this one. Is that chair going to stay? No. That's alright, we can come back and get more. We got plenty of time since we're here in our area here. A microphone. Okay. Torch. Stew. We are going to make a profit off this one, just not a lot. Yeah, that's not going to stay. There we go. Well, there's our profit right there. Alright, so let's see if we can unlock this, or if we're going to have to take it to the... Yep, we broke it. Okay, well, you know what? This stuff is not cooperating. No, we'll go take this one to the locksmith, pick up the other two. And we do have one on the other side of town. We'll worry about getting that one next time we go that way. So let's go ahead and drop this guy off. We'll come back and get the other two here in a minute after we unload. Alright, we got lots of big stuff in there that's not being listed. Did we unlock all of our... Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah. Now we could spend money on that, but I'm not ready for that yet. Okay. We'll hold off on that. Let's go get the rest of these 2 lockers in, and then we'll get the last locker here. Alright, let's just go ahead and get this loaded up as fast as we can here. We'll just make multiple trips if we have to. I think that one's unlocked at least. Come on. Seems to be a lot more garbage in these things, but that's okay. I mean, it all adds up. We're gonna have to come back and get those, so we'll get all that in the next load. Red. Chair. Get that in there. Wait, when's the next auction? At 3 o'clock. Alright, perfect. Now I do want to check something just to see before we go back to the pawn shop. This house we can buy, which I do want to do. I don't want to do it yet, but I want to see if it says we have enough. Oh, you need 10,000 in your own. Okay, so it definitely is for purchasing things, so that it's a good thing to know. Good thing to know. Alright, we got till 3 o'clock. So before this one's done, let's check when it ends. Alright, so alright. This one is 3 o'clock to 7. This one is until 4 o'clock. Yeah, let's go get this tier 3 over on the other side. Maximize our time here. That's right. That's right. Yeah, auctions and gas. I figured that's what the, how it was going to be, but I wasn't sure because I didn't read the patch notes about the bank. Only read it about the new auctions and stuff like that. But it's kind of neat because, you can put stuff in the bank and save it. That way you're not overspending. So I think what we'll do is like keep between 5 and 7K in cash at the end of each day, and then put the rest of it in our account. That way we're saving money toward buying those other things. I want to see how much this one is because I don't remember. You gotta have 50. Oh yeah, we're a ways away from that. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead. I'm hoping we can get these two lockers over here, get them to that pawn shop, and get back before 7 to get that last one over there. But if we can't get both, we'll just do one. Let's see how this one goes. Give them one bid, then let them run.
Come on.
Yeah. Come on.
More.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see if this thing works.
Come on.
Doesn't say they won't bid, it said it will be less frequent, and it seems to be working, so I'm gonna try to do it that way from now on. Lots of instant sale. Got a drill. Let's drop this off in here. It's 3 o'clock. Alright. At least we are making our money back on most of the stuff. And I mean, we're going to make more than what it says, because we automatically get a boost for it selling in our shop, so at least 10% more, depending on the items. Alright, got a stool. Alright, and alright, looks like everything. Alright. I don't know if we'll be able to get back and get... I think it's more beneficial for us to go get the tier 4. Actually, let me see how much this guy has to sell first. It might be more beneficial to get this one to give him more things to sell. Because I don't think he has a lot over here either. I want to get both, but I don't think we're going to have time. Actually, we do. We'll just have to... Yeah, we can get it. We'll just have to come back and unload it after we go get the other one. Yeah, because both stores are pretty low. Alright, let's go get that one. And then we'll just head straight over to this one and get it. Because these are both tier 4s. I wanted to get, as many items as possible. So we'll bid this one, then we'll go straight over to the other one and grab it. Then we'll come back over here, unload this locker, and then we'll go back to the other one and unload that one at the end of the day. So I think that will be more beneficial. Let's go ahead and grab this one. Like I said, we'll just shoot straight over and get that other one, because we do have until like 8 o'clock at the next morning, but it shouldn't take us that long. But we're just going to bid this one and get it, and then we'll go get the other one.
You're viejo. Viejo.
Más.
Esto. Que venda.
Venga.
Ay.
Okay.
So far, that strategy seems to be working pretty good. Alright, let's go get this last one at What's in a Box. Or, I mean, at Village People. And then we'll, at the end of the day, we'll come back and get that. We'll go ahead and grab the Village People locker while we're there. Then we'll come back over here and get this one. At the end of the day, trying to maximize our money making abilities. So and the reason why I want to go ahead and get this one done as quickly as possible and get it loaded in there is because he can actually start listing the stuff. We're doing a lot more running around, burning more gas, but I think it will benefit us in the long run to get more stuff in our pawn shops. So it would be really good if we could get one of these two that has 4 lockers in one day, to get a lot of items, but we'll just see how it's going here. So we should be able to get this one loaded into the store hopefully before he closes, and he can start lifting the stuff, or listing the stuff, not lifting it, but I guess he would be lifting it too. Alright, there's a lot of trash in this one, so it won't be a lot of items.
Come on. Come on. Vamos. Yep. Okay.
Estufa.
Yeah.
Viejo.
Más. Yep. Yep. Higher. Okay.
Perfect. Alright. Lots of instant sell stuff in this one, but there is a legendary item there. Alright, bathtub. Now that legendary item is electronics, so we'll have to take it to the other side to get it done. What we'll probably do is sleep in the motel, since we're going to have to do that, get that legendary thing priced. So we're nowhere near getting our legendary identifier. Alright. Get in there. Alright, perfect. There we go. Now that is something we can actually turn in, but it's worth good money, so we're going to sell it. Alright, now there is a car part we can turn in. Alright. Alright, now, if we're quick about it, we can, just making sure I didn't miss anything. Alright, we can go grab our chest that's here. Although I think there's 3 of them. So let's go ahead and drop all this off. Let's go pick up our chests, get that stuff verified and put in here, then we'll go to the other side, get our stuff. Alright, so we need all this stuff except for that. Alright, that way he can be listing some of that stuff. We'll go grab the stuff out of this locksmith here, see what we got.
Yes, Chief.
That thing quit moving. Put that in the truck. Really? Alright. What's in there? Oh, cool. Blues are always good. Alright. Let's go get that in the pawn shop and then we'll drive across town. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab our money. Ooh, not bad. That actually worked out perfect. Alright, and store all items, except for that. Pick that up, we'll take that with us, because we'll get that identified tomorrow. Need to go ahead and get us some gas as we pass by this gas station up here. That was a lot of money. So now we have $51.90 in our account and $7,000 to spend. So will definitely help out. There are not new collectors, but there are collector items that you can find out and about. I don't know where they are. I know where one is. I think. But there are items that you can get that you can only get like out in the world. But I haven't seen any of those, but I was told where one of them is, but I can't remember right offhand where that was. So, but there are items you can find out in the world that are like only the only way you can get them is to find them. Like, you can't get them out of lockers and things like that. But I don't remember where they were. They told me where one of them was, but I was kind of busy doing other stuff and didn't pay that close attention. I know it's in the town, the original town, but I don't remember where it was. But we'll do some searching for that stuff after we're making good money out of all of our. All right, now where was that locker at? Right down here. All right, let's get all this stuff over to this pawn shop over here, and that should give us a decent amount in both places. Alright, may have to make multiple trips here with some of this big stuff. Now we're going to leave that lamp there just so we can see a little better. Alright, a beach lifeguard chair, okay. It's interesting. Don't think I've seen that one. That's part of the summer event though. Alright, hand sculpture. Alright, instant sale, instant sale. Got a few more items here. At least we haven't lost money today, which is good. We've made profit on all of our lockers so far. Not a lot of profit on some of them, but profit is profit. Alright, you sit there, please. This is... Now, once we get our third pawn shop bought, we might, alright, I'm going to try to unlock it. And, of course, figured that would happen. We'll have to take that with us. Get it on the truck. There we go. Let's double check. We got it all. Alright. But we can take that with us as we go tomorrow to the other locksmith and to the electronics, since we gotta go to the electronics place. And I sold that car part and I just realized that, but I'm not worried about it. We'll get it again eventually. I wasn't thinking. I was trying to think ahead. Didn't mean to go around the block. That's alright. Cut through here. Alright. Let's go ahead and get all this put away. Alright, so this, and that. I should have left those two items for us to keep in our truck. I'm hoping that if we sleep at the motel over here, that that stuff will still be in our truck. This is kind of a for science thing. It will be bad to lose, but it will also keep me from having to backtrack back to here to pick that stuff up. So let's find out. Hello, yellow car. Go ahead. It's supposed to be, if it's inside the truck, it's supposed to not disappear. So we'll find out. I haven't really, we'll go ahead and try it out for science. I know we can sleep here for the night, so it doesn't cost us very much. Yes, I want to sleep. Alright. I love how Stretches after. Alright, perfect. This stuff still in the truck. Alright, let's plot us a course to the electronics store. So I don't remember where it is. Where is the electronics? Right here. Right? Yep. And we can go to the locksmith, turn this one in, pick the other one up, and then we'll figure out where we're going to go buy stuff. Alright. Yeah, I'm sure they will. But I think it'll be kind of fun to find them on our own too. And we're really getting close here to being able to buy the big truck. We just got to save the money now. Alright, come on. Open up, lady. Or man.
May I help you?
Yes, you can. Please. Verify. Verify. Please, verify. Alright. Alright, let's get over here to locksmith. And then we will see where we're going for the day. Actually, we'll pick up what we've got over here, but before we drop this one off, we're going to see what side of town we're going to be on.
Afternoon.
Alright, let's see where we're going auction hunting. Alright, village people. Wow, yeah, village people is the only place, so we'll take it back with us. They've got more decent lockers there. Really? Get in the truck. All right. Let's go drop this off at the locksmith, and we'll drop this off in our pawn shop, and then we'll go get auctions, and we're just gonna stay over here. I may take some smaller items over to the other pawn shop, just put them in a chest, and leave it in here just to take to the other shop if we go over there tomorrow. And if we don't go over there tomorrow, we'll just deposit it back here. Let's go ahead and get this one dropped off.
Morning.
Alright. Let's pull this one out real quick. What we got? A firework. I mean, at least it's worth more than what we paid for it to get it unlocked. Alright, so we'll get these auctions. We'll be staying over here today. Let's just throw these in there. Alright, let's see how much money he's got. Give it a little bit more. Alright. Alright. Okay. Yeah, doesn't look too bad. Let's see here. I don't want to give too much for this one. Maybe like 12, 1300.
Come on!
Let's see where they get.
It's too fast!
Higher.
Handball! Come on!
Okay.
It's too fast!
Come on.
Perfect. Alright, let's see about the next one.
Come on.
Yep.
Bring that. Come
Over here.
Bring that. How about
Okay. Yep.
Alright, I'm going to about 700-ish.
Yep.
Perfect. Alright, let's get the last one. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Alright, about the same. We'll go 12 to 1400, somewhere in that range.
Come on!
Right.
Okay.
Bring that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on. Back it. Come on.
Perfect. Alright, and what time of day is it? It's 1 o'clock. What's in the box? Doesn't really... Yeah, it's not really worth driving over there for tier 2s. So, Let's just go ahead and see if we can get that one to stay. Perfect. And we'll sell all the junk out of this. All the junk it is. Go drop these big things off. We're going to get all the big bulky things out of all the lockers, get that delivered, and that way we can get most of the small stuff on here at one time. Like this big thing that ain't worth nothing. Like, this thing is so cumbersome. It's only worth 56 bucks. Alright, that one's broke, so we'll go ahead and take it and deliver that. This thing's so big. No, I didn't want to put that in there. We'll pick up all these at the end of the day.
Yes, Chief.
Alright. So alright, let's go ahead and get more big stuff out of the way. Okay, that hung on there. I don't know how, but we won't argue with it. Jenga. Alright. Store all items. Then we go get all our little stuff. Alright, first things first. Alright, that one's unlocked. This one's locked. Let's see if we can unlock it. Nope. Alright, go get that delivered. And then we'll come back and get the rest. Trying to make sure we can get them all picked up by the end of the day. Alright. Now it's just a matter of loading everything up. All right. We're going to put a few things in this chest. To take elsewhere. I think I'm going to try to stick to purple stuff. Now that hammer we can go turn in because it's not worth much. I don't think that cake's going to fit in there. That's small enough to go in there. Well, since we have time, we'll take whatever blue items we have in here. Actually, it doesn't really matter. We'll leave the rest of that in there to take over to the other pawn shop. This we're going to go give to the collector.
Yes?
Keep stuff in both shops to sell, so. I don't know if we'll make it back to get our chest, but we're going to try. I wonder if our electronic item is done.
Yes.
Nope, still got an hour. We're not going to get that today. If we hurry, we might be able to get back and get those chests, but if not, we can get them in the morning. Give them a few things to go there. Perfect. Yeah, he ran into our truck. We did run into him. Yeah, I don't know if we'll make it or not, but we'll try. Don't think we will. I don't think this truck's fast enough to get us there. The bigger truck is $5 grand. I mean, we could get it, but now the big red truck is like 40 grand. Yeah, I know I need gas. I'll get it in a minute. Just be patient. But the big red truck is not worth it unless if it was cheaper, I think it would be worth it, but I don't think it's worth it once you get the box truck, personally. me close. Oh no, no. Don't get squarely on me now.
Morning.
Whew. That was close. Alright, let's put them in here. We'll go. Yeah, now it's done. Now that it's 9 o'clock. Okay. Just don't cooperate with me. That's okay. Alright. Yep, let's go get some gas before we run out. Come on, truck, stop. Oh, come on. Well, at least we can do it this way. Alright. Alright. Alright, so let's do a little transfer here. Let's do 5,000. Now I do want to. Alright, let's see here. That's unlocked. All that's unlocked. That's unlocked. Let's go ahead and do the time thing, because that's going to help out and be able to sell stuff faster. And that still leaves us with 9K in the bank. Well, let's hope that what's in the box has some decent stuff, because we want to go get that legendary item. Alright. What's in the box is not that great. We kind of have to do this one, 2 tier 5s. So, well, maybe we can get the tier 5s over here and run over there and get the legendary item. Alright. Time's this one start 9? Yeah, we'll go ahead and get both of these. Then we'll head over there and we'll at least get one locker on the other side of town.
Yep. Okay.
Yes.
Vehicle. Yep. Your vehicle. Aye.
Yeah.
I think the box truck is like 35k.
Higher.
I won't know until we get our level up.
Yep.
Yep.
Come on. It's too fast. Okay. Remember. Come on. Your vehicle. Yep. Vehicle.
Now the big truck, I thought you were talking about the white truck.
Okay.
The like Toyo truck or whatever. It's 5k, but I think the box truck is 30k or 35k. I won't know until we get our reputation to level 30 over in the other side of town.
Come on.
Come on, guy. Just let me have it. Alright, let's get the other one. Then we'll try to go get that tier 3 at what's in the box. And go pick up our...
Yep.
Yes.
It may be.
Yeah.
It might be 20. Oh, hello.
Vamos.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, the bidding is kind of slow for sure.
Aquí.
Hey. Come on. Yeah. Yep.
But thank you for joining in, Exploit Kings. Appreciate you coming in.
Yep.
Yep.
Higher. Come on.
Okay.
Yes.
Come on.
Yep.
Alright. We'll come back and load these up at the end of the night. Let's go over to what's in the box. Oh, come on. We need to fix that whole glitching thing. Alright. You were in my way, dog. What was the most valuable item I've found so far? You know, we found quite a few legendary items. I think the most one I've seen is around 17, 1800, but that's because we don't have our, you know, $25,000 upgrade tool yet to be able to, our repair tool rather, to upgrade to perfect. So there will be higher value things. I think around 3,000 is the top item. I'm not 100% sure because they've added new items to the game, so I haven't played in a while. Just because I've had so many games gifted to the channel by developers that I've been trying to, you know, include. But now that this one is got new stuff to do, we're going to be sticking to this one at least once a week, but I'm hoping to do it twice a week. Alright.
I can have everything the great guy got also with that when I put a plus spirit. I must have
Yeah.
through their bug rod watcher to have
Venga.
to when you die to hungry. I
Yes,
the
too
same
far.
there's a single days work I sing on the fish hen.
Haki.
Earlier, I could have done something other
Viejo.
I would have ready about more
Yep.
long was the extreme
Pero viejo.
swallow mama but
Yep.
the problem was man that now. Man it up, turn on and
Okay.
says that when I'm as this come I don't know when it's 12 days long, so it's law, but what is the way was it or first.
Alright. We got time, so let's go ahead and get this other one too. It's on the other side over there. Just go ahead and drive there. We'll unload this one first. Oh boy, lots of big stuff.
Man it up, turn on and
Come on.
when I'm as this come I don't know when it's 12 days long,
Okay.
so it's law, but what is the way was it or first. So double them with it. I
Mas.
can remember the great guy got raw, so without
Yes.
I put a plus spirit, I must have but I would have to too hungry, but I was a saber that there's a single days work I sings on them at Bishahen.
Uh-huh.
Actor when I go there, I put a E3 the row, those also the actor when I hear blabs.
Okay. Thought that one was going to go for a lot more. Alright. Alright, let's go. Did that stay? It did. Alright, let's get rid of some instant sale stuff. Just it'll be gone. Alright, we'll come back and get all that. Let's go drop this off, go pick up our legendary item. Getting close to being able to unlock the box truck. We'll check it on the way back, see how much it is, or I don't think we've unlocked it yet. I think it's level 30, but let's see if he has any more money. Probably not much, but maybe a little bit. Yeah. Alright. Actually, while we're here, let's go ahead and unlock both of these. That way we have room, storage. I know we just spent a lot of money, but that's alright. We got a lot of stuff to put back in the pawn shops. Alright, let's see. Electronics is behind us.
Good morning.
Alright.
I'm hungry.
Alright, so $900 for that item. Alright, let's see how much these are. 80,000 for that one, which is crazy because it's not as good as this one. Yeah, it's 45,000. Wow. Okay, so long way to go. Hello, Ludi. How's it going? Alright, let's get the rest out of here. Alright. Alright. Let's go drop this off. Yeah, I think they increased the prices of the vehicles in hard mode. Because I don't remember it being 40,000. 45,000, but that's okay. Alright. Still got more stuff to go get. We're going to be doing lots of back and forthing. Yeah, I think they must have in hard mode increased the prices of the vehicles, because I could have swore it was like 35,000. But it really doesn't make sense to buy the one for 5,000 because it doesn't hold much more than this one. But that's okay. It is what it is. Oh, Ludi, by the way, I don't know if you have this game, but they have made this game multiplayer. Anything there? Oh. Nice. Alright. Let's get as much in the truck as we can. Yeah, they definitely jacked up the prices of the vehicles. There's no doubt in that. I do not remember them being that expensive. It's been a long time since I bought a vehicle in this game, but alright. Alright, let's see if we can get it unlocked. We did. It's already perfect, okay. Come on, cooperate with me. Alright, now I don't know if I'll be able to get this mattress to stick, but we're going to try. Alright. Jenga for the win. Alright. Well, the game's fun. I think multiplayer would make it a lot more fun. Because you can have one person bidding and another person driving stuff back and forth. Kind of speed things up a little bit. You'd be able to get more done in a day. Alright. All that is stored. Let's go back to the other side of town and start picking up that stuff that we got earlier. So we still got 2 more lockers to load up. Yeah, those, I think that one was originally either 30 or 35 and the other one was like 50. But yeah, they've definitely jacked up the prices. That is way higher than I remember it being, for sure. Alright. But we do have 2 more lockers to unload and get back to the other shop over here. So our money totals should increase a little bit. And of course we had stuff selling in this shop already, so hopefully we can get a little bit of money in. Excuse me. And I think I remember where they told me one of the items was, so we're going to check that real quick before we go load the lockers. I think it was behind the blacksmith shop, they said. I was trying to think. I knew it was behind somewhere, but I didn't remember where. But I'm pretty sure they said it was behind the blacksmith. There's an item you can find. So we're going to look at that real quick before we go. Somewhere back here there was something. Yes. Now I can't even, it's already perfect. So we can get this. It sells for 1900. So it is an epic collectible you can get. So we're definitely gonna take advantage of that. I am gonna sell it. I don't care about collecting the items. So we're going to go ahead and put it in the shop. Yeah, so there's the most valuable thing I've found so far. So hopefully that will generate some cash for us. It might. I don't know. Well, like I said, we'll have to check once we get our rep up over there. I mean, we're not going to be able to buy it for a while anyway, so Alright, let's get rid of all the junk out of here. Wow, that's a lot of stuff in here. Alright, that is a safe. We'll verify it. Open it. Is there anything in there? Nope. Okay. Alright, real quick. Is that gonna stay? No. Of course it ain't. There we go. Alright, there should be a chest in here. It is, and it's unlocked, so that's fine. Let's go check this other one so we can get the chest in before the locksmith closes if we can't unlock it. Okay, they're both unlocked, so that's fine. Let's get this stuff in the shop. Come back and get some more. Alright. We actually lost money on this logger. And that's a thing that happens. So, for it to be a tier 5, it really wasn't that impressive. Alright. I think we might have lost on both of these actually. But that's part of the game. Yeah, it happens. Nope. Let's do you sideways. Come back and get the last few items. And it makes me curious now as to how much the white truck is now. We'll check that on the way home. Yeah, we definitely lost money on both these lockers. Which is not something you usually do on the tier 5s. 2,000 is kind of cheap for a tier 5 usually. But, yeah, these were not very good. Unless there's something really good in that chest. Well, there's a gem. That helps out. Alright, is that everything? Alright, what we got here? Well, there's a gold bangle that helped out a little bit. Yeah, we still lost about $1,000. So, gonna have to be more careful with our money. I've never lost that much on tier 5s. There just really wasn't anything good in there. But with all the junk they've added, it's kind of hard to price things now, because you get a lot more trash in the things than you used to. Alright, we'll be able to sell some more of that tomorrow. Let's hope we made some okay money today. Nope, we didn't. So we're going to have to be limited tomorrow. So we may go to the new areas. Let's go see how much the truck is after we fill up. I'm just curious because I know for a fact it used to be 5,000. Let's see how much it is now. See, I have this van, which is new, and it's only $7,000. I don't know how much you could put in it though. It doesn't look very deep. And this is 20,000 now. So yeah, they added the van, but I'm not sure how much better it would be because you're enclosed in a space there. I guess you could put stuff on top too, but yeah, I'm not sure that the van is actually worth it. Well, we made a little bit of money. We can go do some lower auctions tomorrow to get stuff to sell. Yeah, we lost about $2,000 today. But you never know. That's kind of the whole point of hard mode, just to make it more challenging. Alright, let's go ahead and go to sleep. Probably will. Yeah, true. Yeah, the truck is not worth 20K in my opinion. At all. At all. Is there anything else in here I can sell? No, gotten it all. I do want to real quick look around while we're here. See if there's anything hidden in the trailer park. I kind of doubt there will be, but won't hurt to look. Doesn't appear to be anything we can click on. What is this? Look around. Nope, doesn't appear to be. Alright, well, we know now. Alright, let's see where we're going today. Tier 3, Tier 3, Tier 5, Tier 3. Wow. It's really good here today. Well, let's go to one of the new places. Let's go to Bobber Lake. Forgot about this road now. This road leads to the new area. Excuse me. All right. Real quick, let's look at, all right, Bobber Lake, or Z-Wolf Farm. Okay, so there's a new house, auctions, there is a pawn shop at level 20, so, all right. So we can get a pawn shop over here at level 20. But we'll just buy some cheap stuff today and sell it over here to get our reputation up.
Okay. Okay.
This one's getting up there.
Okay.
They're about getting to my cap for a tier 1.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what?
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna leave this one. No, or yeah, I don't mind we lost that. I wasn't paying that for that. Alright, let's try the next one. Yeah, we're not going to spend more than like 600 on a tier 1. So. Yeah, I'm sure they probably have. We'll look around while we're over here.
Yep.
Come on.
Alright, let's load this one up. So we did get a little bit more. We got to level 10 over here, which means we can get, I think, tier 3 auctions or something. And there's supposed to be new vehicles over here too. We'll look around. I'm not really worried about buying a whole lot today. We'll let some of our stuff sell, and we'll get our money back up that way. But we'll go ahead and take this and sell it to the pawn shop here. How much did we spend on this one? No, because we've already made our money back, so that's good. At least we didn't take a loss on this one. Come on, get in there. Alright, hose. Christmas present bag. That's actually a decent amount of money. 80 bucks out of a tier 1. Alright. Lots of trash. We got a fishing jack. That's new. Haven't seen that before. Notebook. Actually, pretty decent money out of this tier 1 over here. We might have could have made money off the other one. That was a little bit higher than I wanted to spend on a tier 1. But we've made decent money off this one. Come on. I hate it how they do that. Alright, let's try to put that in the tub maybe. Alright, that'll work. Alright, let's see if we can get it unlocked. Nope. We'll have to carry that one around with us. Alright, let's see. Make sure we're getting to the right place here. Yeah, I'm sure there's probably all kind of locations for new stuff. Like the findable items or whatever. But here is a pawn shop here. This is a barn pawn shop, which is kind of cool. I don't know where you purchase it at though, because it may just not pop up until you can buy it, but I'm curious. But I like this one, it's a barn, which is cool. Alright, let's just sell everything. Alright, we got a little bit of money back from that. Let's go to this little car shop over here. Let's see what's available in here. There's supposed to be new vehicles you can buy. So let's see if we can find what they got. Alright, so they got the big truck and the van. So yeah, nothing there. So it's just 2 in this one. But now that there is another place, we'll... Alright, let's go up to... Okay, so there really aren't any new vehicles. Doesn't look like. There is this area down here where you can go play games, but they're kind of expensive, so we're going to stick away from that for now. But we'll go up to this area and purchase a locker. And sell it there. But I am going to research some of those, if I can find where some of those items are before we just spend a whole day exploring, because we need to make money. But I will research and see if I can find out where some of those locations are, just to save on time. But yeah, really on our other save file, that's all there is left to do is just collect. I mean, we have money. We have, alright, let's go ahead and see if we can get one for here. Fish Haven. There's that one right here. This is Napletown. That's what this one's called.
Yep.
We'll at least go ahead and get this one locker and we'll take it back with us. Oh, well, she won that one. My E button didn't work. I hit E, but it didn't take. Alright, so we do have one left here. Yep. Alright. Don't know why that happened.
Come on.
I like this locker better. Anyway, looks like it has a little more in it.
Vamos.
Yep.
Aquí.
Yes.
Okay.
Come on. Higher. Yep. Yep.
Come on.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. Well, let's see if we make any money back off of this one. Looks like we should. Oh. Now I'm going to take the big items and sell them to this pawn shop. We'll take all the small stuff back with us. Wow. Just don't cooperate with me. It's fine. Okay. You know what? Just sit on the truck. Just sit. Please. Alright, we'll do it this way. Alright, you gonna stay? Nope. Now you gonna stay? No? Alright, let's try something different then. Alright, that worked. Okay. Alright. Let's see if we can get that to ride up there. Yep, it stayed. We ain't gonna argue with it. At least the pawn shop is right here. And it all fell out. But that's alright. Let's go ahead and sell this stuff to him. Alright, we'll grab the rest of the stuff and we'll take it back to our first pawn shop in Blueberry. Actually, no, we'll take it over here. Take it to this pawn shop. Not a lot of stuff, but it's a few more items to sell. At least we've made money off these two lockers. Not a lot, but a little. And we don't have to unlock this chest, so what we got in there? We got some detergent. Man, we won the game. Fishing bait. We've done so well. Okay. Alright, but I mean, a little bit of profit out of it. Not much, but a little bit. I mean, we get 10% on top of that for selling it at our pawn shop. Alright, let's go ahead and figure out the best path to our pawn shop here. It's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Alright, so let's... Still learning the new area of the map, so... But this is another pretty cool thing. Yeah. They made it to where you can drive through the tunnel now. That goes from one side to the other. The tunnel was always there, but you couldn't go through it. It was like a blocked off. But now this tunnel comes all the way through. Which is cool. Maybe I can get a beach house. Yeah, there is a beach. Let me get to where we're going, and then I'll show you where. There's one. I think it's 1 or 2 new houses you can buy. But the house prices are probably more too, because I think it might have always been 10,000 for that first house, but I'm not 100% sure. But there are new houses to buy that you can unlock. Let's go ahead and drop this stuff off here. Give him a little bit more to sell. Alright. Excuse me. Alright. So, yeah, he made us 3,000, so got a little bit of money to spend now. Alright, so if you look at the map now, over here there's a house up here that wasn't there before. And then there's the barn house here, plus 2 more pawn shops and the new car lot. But that new car lot really doesn't give a whole. And like I said, this is a game area. I was told those games cost like 200 each. There's also the bearded versus flamingo here. I don't really know what that's all about. We'll check that out. Not sure what that's all about. So, all right, let's go ahead and map a course home. Just so we can get to our pawn shop. We'll check and see what kind of money he made. For us today. So yeah, I don't know if the reputation has anything to do with it, but it seems like that truck is so much more expensive than it used, or the van box truck, which is the one we're gonna get. I don't really care for the red truck because you can stack stuff really high on it, but it's kind of hard to get stuff to stack in it properly because of the way the tailgate is. So I'm just gonna stick with that one. But the van I'm interested in because it's only 7K, but I don't think it would be really worth it because the big stuff you're going to have to put on top, which means you can only put little stuff in the van. So I'll think about it. Alright, let's go to our pawn shop, collect some money. See how much she made for us today. Yeah, 2,300. We don't have much left. It's still 13 hours before you can even sell that. And that's our legendary item there, so we got 2 items still in the warehouse because these have to sell. But that's 700 plus 24.55 whenever those sell. That's pretty much all we have left to sell in here, so don't think anybody's gonna come buy that. Maybe this. There's somebody's coming to buy that. Cool. Let's just see if we can sell these 2 items or a few items before we close at 9. We're not going to be able to get another locker today anyway. So, all right. So we did unlock everything for him, right? Yeah. So let's just see if anybody's going to buy what we have. The only thing we got left is a table. 11 minutes on the... Yeah, that other item won't be ready to sell until, like, the next day. Midway through. But if we can sell the hay bale and the table, that'll give us a little more... Yeah, somebody's coming to buy the hay bale. Alright, good. Now the table, let's see how much time it's going to have on it. 28 minutes. It'll probably sell before the end of the day. We'll get a little bit more money. Alright, so yeah, we definitely need to just spend time buying lockers here or the other place. Let's go ahead and fill up our truck here. Doesn't really matter which place we buy it. There's a lot less driving when we do it here. So we may just stick to Blueberry for a little bit until we can try to get enough money for the truck. Because we need a lot of items. I think you get less items in the lockers now too, in hard mode, because like there's so much more trash, and not getting as many items is kind of making it a little more difficult. Which, I mean, it is hard mode. That's kind of the purpose of it. So. But we did turn a profit that day, so that's good. Alright, blind auctions, yeah, I haven't tried them yet. We could do one. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, not really much to speak of on auctions. Let's go get these. Yeah, let's go get these. Get the store loaded up, and then we'll go try out the blind auction. Yeah, we'll do that. We haven't done a blind auction on this save. And I don't know if I'm going to go back to the other save as far as playing it on here. I may go back and try to find items on it so I can find them here to sell, because on this one it's all about getting where we, getting to where we can as fast as we can. So in hard mode, we're not saving things in this one, so per se. I'm not going to be decorating the house or anything like that like we did in the other one.
Okay.
Well, they really want this one.
Yup.
Alright. There's one. Let's go ahead and do this one. Oh, that's the wrong place. It's just two here today. Alright, 10 o'clock. Well, we can go ahead and be cleaning up some of this. The only problem with blind auctions is you can actually lose money really big there. In hard mode. What I've been told. I've never tried it. But we'll for science it and see. Because you never know what you're going to get in the blind auctions. So, I mean, you can get legendary items. You can get, you know, a lot of the rare items and things like that. But we'll definitely check it out and see. You do to get a lot of quantity, but not a lot of value sometimes from those. Alright. We're gonna unlock it. Yay. Alright, what we got in here? We got a screwdriver, which we'll go turn that in since it's cheap. Come on, give me the other item. Alright. Let's go turn this in. We'll come back and get that other one, and then we'll go do a blind auction. So yeah, this collector item's not worth much money, so that's what we're trying to turn in, is collector items that aren't worth money, because you get the same amount of you know, progress no matter what it is. So we're just going to try to sell the cheap stuff to the collectors to work on those. Alright, let's go put this stuff in the shop. We'll go get the other locker. But yeah, only 9 items, you know, from that particular auction. So yeah, it's a lot less items it seems like now in the hard mode for sure. I don't know if it's part of the other one or not, because I haven't played on the regular mode in a while. And I may do that just to see if it's different. Excuse me. Alright.
Charlie, I could have done something like that, but I would have probably
Come on. Okay.
Yeah, actor when I go there, I put a tree those also so when I hear labs on the
Hiya.
also some of the bells of was also better with the paper were actual her all the paper stuff.
Yep.
Man it up, turn on and them no says I when I'm as this camera I don't know what it is.
Alright, cool. Alright, so we're just gonna Alright, will you cooperate? Thank you. Ain't that desk getting too bad? But there's even more trash in the smaller lockers too. I mean, it's a lot. Like you see, not very many items in this locker. We used to get like 15 to 20, 30 items sometimes. Alright, let's try to unlock it. Alright, at least we didn't have to pay to get this one unlocked. So it's definitely a lot different than it used to be. And like I said, it may be a hard mode thing. I don't know. I haven't played on normal mode. I may check that out just to see the difference. Alright, so let's do this and then we'll head to the blind auction. See what we can get there. But again, like, just not getting very many items is the drawback here. So yeah, 8 items out of that locker. Alright, let's grab as much money as we can here. There's 2,800. Our legendary thing did sell, so our epic, whatever. So we're in good money now. Alright, let's map out to the blind auction. Yeah, we'll go try blind auction. Since the auctions were pretty bad today, it's worth a shot. We're not broke anymore, so we can afford to take a little hit. Again, unless you have to be careful with the blind auctions because it depends on what class. Like if it's an A class, I'm gonna bid out. I'm gonna bid out on it because you can get legendary, a lot of legendary and rare items. But the B and C class, I think B class you can get rares, and C class you can get a lot of the blue ones. But you have to be careful with the blind auctions because the lower class ones are, you know, it's random what you get. You get a better chance of getting the higher quality stuff out of the class A ones. So that's what we're going to try for. But we'll get one regardless, just so we're not driving out here for nothing. It's not going to break us if we lose money. So. We should be okay. And if it's a sporting goods, you know, we can put it in our pawn shop over here. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, so we don't know what they're going to be. That's the only problem. We're going to start with the cheapest one. It looks like this one's got 2 medium-sized boxes. Or 1 medium-sized box and 1 small box. So we might go about 1,100 on this one. 1,100 is, I mean, we're going to let them bid. If it gets over 1,100 before we even bid, I'm going to bow out. Right, there we go. So I'll bid a couple more times on it, or I won't. Alright, well, let's see. What time is it? Yeah, we got plenty of time. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Oh yeah, balls rolling everywhere. Alright, you come here. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the blind auctions are. Alright, so, well, we did, okay, well, we made our money, at least. That's a good thing. Alright, got another ball. Rolling around. I think the blind auctions will actually be better. Once you... I'm going to try to just keep all this stuff in the box and scan it. Okay, yeah. Blind auctions are way better than they used to be. Way better. That's, yeah, huge profit. You know, double money. So, let's go put these in the truck. We'll try to get another one. Oh, no. Yeah, that box isn't going to fit. So, let's try to get it in there as tight as we can. We'll try to put the other one on the end. And if we do as good on the next one as we did on that one, we'll do the third one as well. Alright, so these two are going to go to our pawn shop over here. That's sports. Alright, let's go for that one. Alright, this one has a big box, a medium box, and or big box and 2 small boxes. Alright, this is a Class C as well, Hobby and Toys, which will also go to this pawn shop. This one, since it has the big box, will go to about maybe 1,800 or that. But we could very easily lose money. That's why we're going to be a little more cautious. All right, open that up. All right, we're just going to throw that box out. We'll put it in the big box. Alright, let's go chasing. So we're already at 600, so not too bad. I think these would actually be a lot better once you have all your tools, so you can get them all up to perfect condition. But I mean, we're still making... I mean, we made good off the first one. But this may actually help us get to where we can buy those tools too, so. Because that is going to be our next thing. I mean, I do want the box truck, but 45,000. I think once we can repair everything to perfect, and then the legendaries, I'm not so much worried about verifying those. I think the repair tool is more important. Because it's more money. The verifying, it only costs 150 to get the legendaries verified, so I mean we're making profit here, so yeah, we'll try to get that other one too. It seems like they have improved the blind auctions a good bit. Alright. And definitely a lot of quantity, so. Might be a better way to go. Alright, let's go drop this one in the truck. I'm hoping it will ride on the back. I may have to move. Okay, well, let's see something here. Okay, it's still there, but I don't trust it. So let's take this one. It will fit there, and then we can put this one on top. Alright. Well, let's go get the next one. I mean, we're not doing bad here. Let's see what this one is. Definitely have doubled our money on both of those, so. Alright, this is a Class A electronics. This one's going to get expensive. But this one could be very, very profitable. Thank you, Ludi. Oh wow, I got that way cheaper than I thought. Alright, it's only 2 big boxes, but it is 2 big boxes, so you never know what's going to be in them, though. I mean, so, alright, let's just go ahead and... Alright, that's already good. Alright. We ain't in the money yet. But we still got another big box to open, so let's just set that down and then open it and pick it up. And then toss that off to the side. Alright, so we're at 1100 before we repair. But I think we're going to come out ahead regardless between all the stuff, so... Yeah. We're not going to lose a lot off of this one. We may lose a little bit, but once we sell all the items at 10% or more. So yeah, 500, but we made over 2,000 on the other two, so yeah, it's still worth it. Let's see if we can get this box to stick. Perfect. Alright, let's go drop this off. We'll just throw all of this into this pawn shop. We actually made it out of there pretty quick too, considering. Alright, where are we at? A little bit lost here. Okay, I know where we are now. Alright. There we is. Okay. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and just store it all. It held everything but one item, but we should be able to, let's see, yep. Alright, now that's a lot of items, a lot of quantity. And it's a lot of small stuff and medium stuff, which means he'll be able to put most of it out. Not any big stuff left, it doesn't look like. Yeah. Yeah, it's all small and medium stuff, so. And those boxes aren't worth but a buck, but it's a buck, so. Did we make any more money while we were gone? We did, 200 bucks. Alright, let's see, it's 6:20. I doubt there's any. Well, there is one at the junkyard that ends at 7, but we're not going to make it to either one of those before they end. We'll try the junkyard though, we're close. We might can get there. Maybe so. I don't know if we'll make it there in 30 minutes or not. We'll try. Be a little bit of extra stuff because we still got. We're still ahead. As far as, you know, not breaking ourselves. And it's gonna be tight. See if we can shortcut through here. Yeah, 53. Nope, we ain't gonna make it. Yep, it's gone. Ah. I was gonna try. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna make it to the other one though. So this truck's just too slow. Alright, we'll go and collect what money we have over here. Now, our other pawn shop is pretty full. At least, well, not full, but it has a lot of stuff to sell. So unless there's really good lockers at the other one, it is very fast. This is true, and we would have made that locker. But it's 20,000 now, and it used to be 5. So I'm not gonna pay 20,000 just for fast. Not when, you know, I'm sure the van is faster than this one, and it's actually looking like a possibility of getting the van just to see. Because we can always sell it. We won't get the full amount back for it, but we can always sell the van. Let's see what we made today. I mean, he doesn't have anything left to sell, I don't think. 700 bucks. Yep, we're empty. Alright, so do we want to buy the van? I just don't know. I don't know how much it can hold, and that's the only drawback to getting it. I mean, it is long, so you could put tons of little stuff in it, and you could stack. You know what? It's just a game, right? Let's swap. Let's do 1,000. Only leaves us 500. But I want it. I want to try it. You don't have enough money in your personal... What? In your personal account. Oh, okay, so vehicles you have to buy with your cash. Alright, let's go transfer. Let's do let's just transfer 7,000. Doesn't leave us much in the bank. Alright, new car purchased. Can we drive it? Oh yeah, it'll be at our house. We gotta go swap. Well, we'll try it out. We'll see. I mean, you can stack a lot of big stuff on top of it, so maybe it'll be faster than this one. Who knows? But at least it'll be something different. So let's go ahead and store this vehicle and get the other one. Alright, so let's see. Van is a little faster and it has better acceleration. So why not? Let's look inside. Yeah, it holds a lot more inside, small stuff wise, and we can put big stuff on top of it. So yeah, we'll try it out. If we don't like it, we can always just sell it and recover some of our money. I'm curious as to how much it will sell for, though. Alright. Yeah, we're negative 800 because of our bills. Alright, so if we go here, if we sell it for 30, so we get half our money back selling it. I mean, it's worth a shot. Alright, so I really hope that... Alright, village people is where we're definitely going. Oh, I gotta turn this radio off. I don't remember what button it is. Radio is G. Okay. I don't know if this music is copyrighted or not, so I don't want to take any chances. Oh, it's definitely faster. Definitely faster. Not by a lot, but it's faster. It does handle decently too. Alright, so we'll definitely... We'll see. I think I'm going to like the van, actually. It will hold quite a bit in it, inside looking at it, so... Let's see.
Yep.
Oh, it's all good. I mean, it's just... I think I'm going to like the van, actually. It looks like it's going to hold a decent amount inside. Let's just let it fit it out.
Vehicle. Yep. Gerinda.
Y'all through bidding yet? Looks like it.
Okay.
Hi.
Yep. Come on. Yep.
Alright. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get this tier 1.
Hi.
Alright, let's see when the next one is. 11 o'clock. Alright, let's go ahead and see how much stuff we can put in this thing. Alright, now that's going to have to go on top for sure. So let's just do that. And sit down. This can probably go inside. Like that. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, fishing pole kind of glitched a little bit. Alright, so yeah, I'm liking the van. The table shouldn't have gone in there, but I do like the van. Yeah, get that up in there. I think the van is going to save us time. That fishing pole is sticking out the side there. Alright, let's go ahead and see how much we can cram in there with that stuff. Yeah, the van is definitely, I think it's better than the white truck, actually. It'll hold a lot of stuff inside. It's basically a small box truck. I mean, that's basically what it is. Let me. Yeah, definitely like it. All right, let's go ahead and get those verified. All right. Let's close that. Get this up there. And I like that you can stack stuff on top of it, which the box van you cannot. It will not stay. But this has the rack up there. So, yeah, we got... Yeah, that didn't stay. Okay. Well, we can fix that. You will stay and you will like it. Yeah. Definitely. I think the van is definitely worth the $7 grand, considering it holds more than the truck. And now it's not as fast as the truck, but it's 20 miles an hour faster than the other one. So, and we could sell the blue truck to get a little bit extra cash. All right, let's go ahead and sign up. All right, 11. Okay, so they both in 4 and 5. Yeah, I'm liking the van already. I got both of those lockers in it, so that's, I mean, how much time are we going to save from having to make a bunch of trips? Now, if it gets a lot of big items, it's still going to be, you know, different, but all right, let's go ahead. And I think I didn't pack that greatly either. All right. I think this is a tier 3.
Okay. Arthur when I guard their driver for E3 the row those also the axle your gloves on the window also some of the bows of wood also better weight of paper were actual overall lot of paper session. Yup. Man it up turn on and them no says I when I'm as this camera I don't know it's 2 years long so tight lot of area but what is away was a surface so them with whether they did. Okay. Okay. Earlier, I could have done something like that, but I would have ready about more whole lot of the okay. Whatever, where we swallow my mother find the problem. I always mind that now. Man it up, turn on and with them, no, so that when I'm as this camera, I don't know that it's 2 years long, so tight lot of area, but what is away was a surface, so them with them, whether they did. Yep. I can have everything the great guy got raw, so I would have put a place better, that was up, but I would have to get through there about right water to
Cool. Alright, don't mind paying that much for them. And we'll go up to Well, let's look at it and see how stacked it is first. There is not a lot of high value stuff in here. It doesn't look like. I mean, there could be little bitty small stuff, but yeah, we'll probably go like 1,300, maybe 13 to 1,500. We'll just see how it rolls.
Come on.
It's too fast.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
Viejo. Que venda.
Okay.
We'll give it 2 more bids, and that's it.
Pero viejo.
Nope. One more. It's the last bid.
Come on.
If we don't get it, we'll let it go.
It's too fast.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste money. It's fine. I'm not sure that that one's worth any more than that, so we got a locker. Because I'm already fearing that I lost money on this one, so I didn't want to lose money on 2. Pretty sure we lost money on this one. Not much in here. And I don't think that other one had much in it. Well, we're not going to lose a terrible amount of money, I don't think. But we are going to lose some on this one. Alright. Well, actually, probably will break even. Yep, knew that was going to happen. Alright, let's go ahead and whoop. Put that there. Did we verify it all the way? Yep. Alright, let's go drop that off. Yeah, I knew we were going to lose a little bit of money on that one, but 300 bucks, we'll make up most of that in the 10% of the sales. Let's go drop this off. Now, we do have time to go get more lockers, so, but I don't know that I want to.
Yes, Chief.
But we'll see. We'll see if, because we are negative 800 in our bank account. Alright, so he sold some stuff though, so let's see how much it puts us in our bank account. That's mainly what, because I want to, yeah, we're not. We need to hold off. Let's go check on our other other pawn shop and see how much money he's made today. And if he has made enough and we can still get to one, we'll do that. Because I don't want a negative in the bank account. Of course, we did spend a lot buying the van, so. So let's go see what he's made over in the other shop. We may do a little bit of searching around to see if we can find another item. I have no idea where to look, but we can look around a little bit if he hadn't made enough money. Because if he hadn't made any money, we're going to have to deposit some into our account, because I don't want it to keep going negative. Not that it'll penalize, it's just a personal preference. I don't want my account to be negative. But we'll see. You know, we might pick up a tier 1 or something. Hopefully he's made us some money though, because we did put a lot of stuff in there. Alright. He doesn't have much left in here, so heck yeah. Did he sell he sold everything but one thing. Nice. Okay, so here's the question, and I'm gonna leave this up to y'all. Do we go for a locker or a blind auction? Locker or blind auction? Locker or blind auction? And let's... Yeah, Alfie says blind auction. Alright, that's what I was kind of thinking myself. So let's, yeah. We might go ahead and do 2. So we've got enough to pay our bills. So, might try to do 2, and then that will be the end of the stream. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and get 2 of them. If we have to. Well, we do. Alright, so we're gonna go all in on these. Alright, so it looks like that one has what, 2 small and a medium. This one has 2 small and a medium as well. So yeah, we're gonna go all in on blind auctions. Military, that could possibly be lucrative. If it doesn't get too expensive. And this is going to go back to our other pawn shop because its class is military. So that will definitely... Alright, you know what? I'm not even going to look at it yet. We're going to go ahead and get the other one. So I don't want to know if we made money or not. I want to get both of them. We have the money. Alright, come on. Alright. So we're going all in on the blinds. Class A equipment. This could be a very good one, actually. Or it could be very bad. Depending on the money. Alright, that's promising. Perfect. Okay, so we only spent about 3K. Alright, let's go ahead and get these boxes opened. Alright. Alright, I want to open this one. We'll turn it over. We're going to use this one to put the military stuff in. Alright. Alright, now that is one we could turn in. I see we've already got a... Yeah, we're already gonna make money on this one, cause, yeah. Perfect. Yeah, we're selling Molotov cocktails, by the way. Don't tell anybody. Don't report us to the police. Alright, cool. Alright, let's open this one. We don't need you. Oh, you come back here. We don't need you going off and blowing up nothing. Cannonball. Alright. Yeah. Like I said, this one's going to go to our other store for sure. And I think actually both of these are going to go to the other store because it is specialized in equipment and military. But we didn't get anything for our other shop over here, so... But I think I specialized equipment in both of them because it seems to be something you get a lot of. So we might do the equipment in this one and the military in the other one. Might be a better bet. Because, I mean, we've gotten a lot of items. this one's definitely been a good one. 2,144 bucks. All right, this one's going to our first shop in Blueberry. So let's go ahead and put this one in the van. Almost got confused by the van. The only problem with the van is like the big boxes from here we'll have to put on the top, but you know, it's going to be worth. I think the van's definitely going to be worth it. All right, let's open this. And like I said, this one could be good or bad. Could be good or bad. There are a lot of expensive equipment items, but we'll find out here in a sec. But like I said, this one can, oh, there we go. There's a siren part we can turn in, so we'll leave that there. I think that's the same thing, isn't it? Part 16, yep. Alright. Porch part we don't need. See, this is where the equipment comes in. Car parts can be very valuable. And it also can get us, ooh, we got a legendary microscope. We'll need to keep that out. Cleaning supplies. Another microscope. Yep, we definitely gonna make money. I mean, we basically made our money back already. And we got those 2 legendaries to, which we might be able to get into the shop if we're quick enough. A lot of this stuff is already perfect too. Okay, yeah. Those blind auctions were definitely worth it. All right, we got, yeah, I don't know if we're going to make it to the, to get those microscopes done. I can't remember if it's equipment. This was equipment, yeah. So I've got to get that one to the other town. All right, let's go ahead and grab those items. Not terrible though, because they're going to be at our primary area. So pretty sure equipment is back in Blueberry. So we may not get those in there today. I don't think we'll make it over there in time. We're going to try. But I really want to make sure that we put the other equipment stuff in the in this shop. So he has stuff to sell. Alright, and this siren part will go over here. I believe it's the siren is on this side of town. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna have to put the legendary stuff in another day. That's okay. We're not gonna make it back in time. We'll put it in the morning. Alright, let's get the equipment out of here. Alright, need this box, please. Can turn in the siren part at least. That's the same part that we accidentally sold earlier, so that actually worked out really good for us.
You have it.
Alright. Alright, now we can go put this in our primary pawn shop. Now this van is faster, but it seems to burn gas a little faster too. But I still am happy with the progress, you know, as being able to go faster and get more in it. I think it's going to make up for its expense in a quick amount of time. Alright, well this is probably, yeah, we're going to have to end the stream after this one. We're going to go get this stuff put in the shop. I'm just going to drop these 2 legendary items off in the storage. Because I don't want to lose them, and they might accidentally disappear out of the van because I haven't used the van before, so I don't want to take any chances on things disappearing overnight. So we'll just drop them in here, and next time we play we will get them to the equipment place. But those 2 legendary microscopes are going to definitely put us well over in the profit from those. So we'll just store all of this here. Alright, so if I look at these, they are equipment. Look at the map. That is correct. That is equipment, right? Military and equipment, I believe so. Yeah. So we'll be able to do that next time. Let's go ahead and get us gassed up. But yeah, I think the van's definitely worth more than the truck. Because you can stack on top, and you can actually, if you're careful about it, you could stack it pretty neatly on top, and actually get a lot on top of it. But you can put so much more on the inside. And I think we're going to go ahead and sell the old blue truck because we're never going to use it again. We'll use this until we can get the box truck. So let's go ahead and park up here, and we'll sell the blue truck. Which is going to give us 1,000 extra bucks. Perfect. Alright, now we got 7,600. Let's go ahead and put another 1,000 in the bank. We know we got bills covered. But that's going to be where we end this stream today, guys. I do appreciate you being here with me, and I do hope you all have enjoyed. And we will be playing this probably Tuesday again. Tomorrow is pretty much already set because I have my 2 multiplayer streams of Medieval Dynasty and Supermarket Simulator, and then I have my morning stream already scheduled for Farm and Ranch Simulator, or Ranch, Farm, and Store Simulator. So that's going to be that. I don't stream on Sundays very often, but sometimes we will. But I mean, we made progress. Because I did get the repair tool. We got a new vehicle. And I think, you know, we're set up pretty good. So I do appreciate it. Everybody, y'all have a great night. I hope to see you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye-bye.